Hey guys, I'm back again and I'm gonna make one of my favorite dishes, 15 bean soup. I know y'all are gonna love it. It's so good, it's healthy, and it's a great way to sneak in a lot of vegetables. I'm a southern girl as well, you already know it, so I'm also gonna make some cornbread with the soup. So I hope you're ready to eat because I most definitely am. I am literally starving. This is a great dish post Thanksgiving or Christmas when you don't know what to do with the rest of your ham. I absolutely love it. I'm just using ham hocks myself, but I can't wait to show you what I have cooking up for you. Now's the time to break out your Dutch oven if you have one. I love making soups in the Dutch oven, and this is no different. I also like to use butter instead of oil, but it's up to you. I just like my soup to be as rich as possible. I like to use about half a stick of butter to get everything going, to be honest. But use as much as you like, but that's what I use. And then I'm gonna add my vegetables. So I love to start with the carrots because I feel like they're the hardest vegetables to cook down. Next up, I'm gonna add in my celery. And I just like estimate everything. Add vegetables as much as you like, as much as you feel. Just do you. And I'm gonna add my garlic. Honestly, you can choose what vegetables you want to add as well. The only essentials I think are needed are onion and garlic and celery, and the rest is up to you. And then I'm going to add some green onion. And later on, I'm going to add corn and tomatoes, but that will be again later on. And I'm just going to mix everything together and try and cook it down as best as I can. And I'm going to cook it down for about like 5 minutes. Now that the vegetables are cooked down and it's on medium heat, I'm just going to add some beef broth. And this is going to add great flavor. You actually don't have to add any meat to this soup as long as you add beef broth, and it'll give it an incredible flavor. So just keep that in mind if you're someone who avoids large quantities of meat, as I often do. That's a great way to have a little bit of a loophole, you know? You just stir everything in. I'm going to add extra water as well. So I want to add about 3 to 4 cups of water. I don't know if they'll fit, so I might just add 2 to 3 cups of water. Adding the water to the mixture. Okay, 4 cups actually did fit in pretty nicely. And I'm just going to stir. Stir everything in and try and get it to a boil before I put the beans in. I'm actually going to add a little bit of beef bouillon too because I really want like a rich soupy flavor to cut through. I just want it to be really rich and delicious because it's the fall now, and I just want it to feel like the fall in this soup. And beef bouillon is the best way to do it. Better than bouillon saved my life more than one time. Now that everything's boiling, it's time to add your seasonings. I mean, it's not boiling yet, but I put it to a boil. So right before it starts to boil, I'm going to add my seasoning. I'm going to add some black pepper. Again, season as you want. Seasoning is up to you. I'm going to add some cayenne pepper, some umami flavor, because I really want this stuff to be bussin'. I'm going to add some garlic seasoning. But you know, I really don't have to add too much because there is garlic in it already, and then I'm going to add some onion powder. And again, I don't have to add too much because I already have onion powder. I mean, I already have onions in here, so onion powder is a little redundant, but I really want it to kick through. And I'm just going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. And I'm just going to stir. And I put this on high because I want this to boil before I even put the beans in. Okay, now that the pot is nice and boiling, I'm going to add in the pork. Woo! Looking good. And be careful when you add it because it is hot. And then I'm going to add in the beans. The star of the show of the 15 bean soup. I'm so lame for adding it this way, but I'm literally afraid of the water. Under the sea. Under the sea. Woo. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe it's messier. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna be a woman. I'm gonna be a woman. Just gonna do it. Afraid of nothing. Women are strong. Just empty it all out in there. You want every single bean. You don't want to miss one bean. Just want to get it going, looking good. And you're just going to wait for it to boil again. And then you're going to put it to medium once it hits boil. But for now, just let it simmer. Or let it get there. Let her cook. Once it starts to boil, make it go to medium. And you're just going to let it simmer on low to medium for about 70 minutes. It smells delicious. You can cover it with the pot if you want, like the lid if you want. But I like to keep it open and just have my apartment smell like amazing. And while you're doing this, it's time to make your cornbread in the oven. And so I've already preheat my oven to 400. I personally prefer making 2 containers of Jiffy corn mix, but I have my own spin to it. I add in about 3/4 a cup of milk and mix, 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 mix. I also like to add in 2 large eggs. What I like to call my secret ingredient is that I like to add fresh corn to my cornbread. In addition, I also add it to my soup once it's cooked down more, but first, the cornbread. I feel like when you add corn to cornbread mix, it just adds like this gusher-like flavor, and you're just like bursting with cute little bursts of corn in your mouth, and it's delicious. It's an easy way to elevate a very simple cornbread mix. I know a lot of people like to add sugar and like honey to their cornbread, but I feel like corn is a great and like healthy way to add sweetness to your cornbread without adding additional sugar. I don't know. Just my thought. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you have to butter your pan before you put cornbread in. Do not use a pan that is unbuttered. You will hate yourself. Butter your pan. Now it's time to put the cornbread in the oven. It doesn't look good. Like all these like corn chunks are just making my mouth water. I don't know about y'all. But yeah, I'm just gonna put it in the oven and let her rest as this soup is souping, and just give her a good stir occasionally. Check up on her, let her know you care about her, you know? Be a good mom to this soup. Now that the soup has cooked down a little bit more, I'm gonna add the tomato and additional corn. Yeah, I just used some heirloom tiny tomatoes, and now I'm just gonna put the corn in as well. Delicious. I like to be generous with the corn in this soup because again, it adds that amazing gusher sweetness flavor to this soup that just really makes it unique and delicious. As you can tell, this is a very vegetable heavy soup, so if you're trying to be healthy, this is definitely the soup for you, even though I do like to make it quite rich. And there is pork in it, and I feel like a lot of people that are healthy avoid pork. But I'm someone that likes to be healthy and also likes pork, so sue me. The cornbread should be done. So let's pull it out, see what it's looking like. Wow, she's gorgeous. Look at her. I'm just gonna show you up close. I'm just gonna add some butter to the top to finish her off, because you need the butter. I'm just gonna leave it to rest, and you're gonna have delicious cornbread. You could also spread it around, but I just leave it to rest. The last step to making this soup is low-key my favorite step. I don't know why, there's just something satisfying about it. But there's a little like seasoning packet that you're supposed to add at the end. You add it literally 2 minutes before the soup is done. And it's like a little ham seasoning packet. And then you just mix it in. Wow, this looks so good. I love how the ham is falling off the ham bone in this. Just so delicious, so beautiful. So I made myself a small little bowl and I'm gonna try it. Just gonna place it here because it is hot. But it looks so delicious, so yummy. Ah! When I tell you, this is my favorite soup, it's for a reason. Literally so delicious. So rich, so creamy. So flavorful, like the flavors in it are unreal. I wish I could literally feed y'all. Open up. Eat up. Eat up. It's so good. Literally so good. Look how big this piece of meat is. It's hot. Just tasting the soup off the ham is so good. So hot, but so good. Ten out of 10. Make this for your favorite sick person. They will thank you. It will revive them. And there's so many secret veggies in this. It's delicious. Delicious. 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you want me to make next.